Your Independent Policing Oversight Authority, the table a report a few years ago. And there was implications, even you people on the media. You covered when there were removal of bodies from River Yala. There was containers that were being run at DCI and then by Kinoti.
But there
were many people in staff. But he was the head of the Interior Ministry. You know, there is what we call responsibility. And that is why when you go to countries that have serious democracy, whenever you are the head of an institution and that head of institution violates the law, you normally resign. And that is why we are saying, before Matiang'i runs for the presidency, it is his right. Every Kenyan, even you or me, can run for president. But the point is, we're asking simple questions. Maswali kidogo tu. When you are interior minister, why were the extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearance happen under your watch? The buck stops with the Minister of Interior. And then, number two, it is during that time that we switch off the media. You remember the fight with the media. So these guys also are a threat to the media freedom in this country. And many other accusations. You remember when he was the Minister of Education, he was firing and intimidating principals left and right and center. Is that the person who can run for presidency in this country? Number four, this is a guy who has never run even to be a chairman of a cattle dip. He has never participated in an election, even an MCA. And that is why we are saying, if this gentleman wants to grow in politics, my simple advice, if I'm to play the devil's advocate, is to advise him to run for NYAMIRA governor. Because the governor who is there, Governor Nyaribo, is serving a second term. That is how high he can go. But in fact, you saw David Maraga. David Maraga from the same region is running. Morara Kebaso from the same region is running. Somebody like Maraga, you can discuss about him because at least he has integrity. You remember finally, kuna swali kidogo, there were allegations of the famous Ruaraka land scandal, where it implicated him and the Ministry of Education when he was the minister, where government bought a public land. So the allegations of Ruaraka land scandal, he must tell us where the proceeds, where we use over 1.5 billion to buy land in Ruaraka. He must answer those questions. If he can come to public and say, on Ruaraka land scandal, this is what I did. On the issue of extrajudicial killings, this is it. On the issue of enforced disappearance, this is it. On the issue of discrimination through vetting. You remember most Kenyans from northern Kenya were being harassed when he was the Minister of Interior. So those are small. We are not saying no one should run for president. We are saying let everybody run for president, but they must be held accountable. And that is why, as we talk, President William Ruto does not have competitors. What he has are participants in this president's contest in 2027.
Okay, Senator, how do you reconcile your role as a national leader with these local critics, with other leaders?
I don't have a problem. The only problem, and it is my nature, ukikuja line yangu ndio, that is where the hell break loose. Or the loose break hell, because what happens is very simple. If you do your role, MCA role is known, governor's role is known, senators, the people see me fighting, is I'm doing my job at the oversight. Because whenever I work to a project in Indian question, that is what people interpret as conflict. It's not conflict. It is my oversight as the senator.
I see
anybody else, even you, if you are the senator, you are supposed to do oversight. It doesn't mean that Cherargei cannot do oversight. It is a constitutional duty. It is not about mapenzi, or I see people saying, oh, mukubaliane na governor, mufanye kazi na governor. How can you? There is no problem in working with the governor. But can you work by doing your job? I bring the money, I oversight you. You implement the projects. That is kufanyia kazi raia.
Okay,
it is not about